Welcome to the very first episode of the Quantum Blueprint. I am Saladin JRB and I'm thrilled to take you on a journey where science meets spirituality and some of the mysteries of the universe intersecting with personal transformation and spiritual growth. In this podcast, we will explore questions that have fascinated many people for centuries. So the first question, what lies beyond the physical world? How are we connected to the vast cosmos? And what roles do quantum physics, metaphysics, and ancient wisdom play in shaping our understanding of reality? How can we make a better world by expanding our consciousness? Each episode will dive into topics like quantum consciousness, the ether, psychogeometry, numbers, architecture, gematria, planetary grids and circuit sites, practical application of the ether, and so on. Together, we will connect the dots between scientific discoveries and timeless spiritual insights, always looking for ways to apply these ideas to our everyday lives. Whether you are a curious seeker, a science enthusiast, or someone looking to expand their inner world, you are in the right place. Join me as we unlock the hidden dimensions of reality and uncover the blueprint that ties it all together. So let's begin. So I will begin with this important numerical correlation between the latitude of Giza in degrees and the speed of light in meters per second. Both share the same digits, 299,792,458. It's an outstanding fact. So what is the actual implication of this correlation? What message did the ancient designers of the Great Pyramid intend to leave behind for us? This numerical correlation has obviously an important meaning. Nowadays, do we know how to apply this code into the planetary grid? When I mention planetary grid, I'm trying to encompass a bigger picture. How this numerical correlation applies to the circuit sites. Light is involved, and the circuit sites are powerful locations of higher energies, as we know, spiritually speaking. These sites are intersections where earth and heavenly energies are at their peak potency. So we are looking at sites where these locations could be described as nodal points of light wavelengths. We are examining an interconnected network of light, which I believe represents the emanation of the fifth element, or ether. This etheric energy exists beyond the visible realm and remains imperceptible to conventional physics. There must be a link between light and ether, as the nodal points are points along a wave where there is minimal or zero displacement in amplitude. These are points of rest. Points of rest are also representative to the emanation of the ether at its peak potency. That could explain why meditating in silence on these specific spots are more powerful for our bodies. While these circuit sites are nodal points where there is no displacement in terms of light wavelengths, etheric energy is at its maximum in amplitude. So there may be a link between light and ether, a link between the visible and invisible realm. It's all connected, obviously. Coming back to this numerical correlation between the latitude of the Great Pyramid of Giza in degrees and the speed of light in meters per second. This important clue left for us would highlight how our holographic reality is constructed in relation to Giza as the ancient original prime meridian and the other sacred sites. The parameters that need to be involved to show the existence of an interconnected network between them with possible mathematical patterns are the longitude and latitude of these locations. Some research was done by Carl Monk on this topic, an archaeocryptographer. His analytical work reflects the numbers of the ancient reckoning system in relation to a pyramidal matrix of the ancient sites around the world. The mathematical procedure followed by Mr. Monk represents a method for computing the pyramidal structure in relation to one another, whereby the coordinates of one site determine and relate to the other sites on the matrix. The implications of his work are far-reaching. If the numerous pyramidal sites around the globe are relational to one another through a mathematical and geometrical matrix, then a conclusion might be forthcoming that the distinct structures of many different cultures are in fact related through conscious design. Some of these numbers are called geometric numbers, with digits adding up to 9, such as 36, 72, 144, 216, and so on. These particular numbers were used by many cultures for different purposes, in terms of measurement of space and time, units of weights, and also in the science of geometria, with relevance in the meaning of the words themselves. For example, the word light in Jewish geometry is 144. The other numbers involved in the calculations of these mathematical relationships between the sacred sites are the fundamental constants well known in mathematics, such as pi, the radian, which is 180 divided by pi, the constant E, the factor growth, the golden ratio phi, and so on. All the more, Carl Monk discovered that the square root of 2160 is added in the equation. The number 2160 is a significant number, as it's the diameter of the moon in miles. So here we are, the measurement of the cosmos around us has also an important part to play in this unified field. It's clear there is an advanced intelligence behind this design. So now, the question we can ask, why the Greenwich meridian was chosen as the world's prime meridian instead of Giza? How does it affect our consciousness for shifting the prime meridian from 31 degrees, 8 minutes, and 0.8 seconds? How does it impact us as spiritual beings and in our perception of the interconnectedness of all the sacred sites on Earth and beyond? Let me know what you think in the comments. This was the first episode of the Quantum Blueprint podcast called The Ancient Original Prime Meridian. Thank you for listening this first episode of the Quantum Blueprint podcast, and see you on the next episode too.